Welcome to a new episode of Wisdom for Your Day. In every episode, we deconstruct the triumphs, mistakes, and resilience of history's most fascinating builders to provide actionable life lessons for your own journey. When Beto Pérez landed in Miami in 1999, he was entirely isolated. He had no money, zero professional connections, and he spoke no English. Before he could lead others, he had to master his own internal stress. We call this first circle of growth emotional intelligence. His self-regulation was forged in Cali, Colombia, where he worked 3 jobs by age 14 to help his single mother survive poverty. In America, that same grit was tested by the daily frustration of a severe language barrier that prevented him from articulating his vision. Survival at this level requires extreme self-control. Without the ability to manage personal anxiety, grand visions often die before they can be spoken. Throughout the 90s, Beto faced constant rejection from fitness managers favoring these rigid workout structures. To them, his dance-based style looked unconventional and unmarketable. When he finally secured a high-stakes audition with a director, he had to perform without formal support or an established reputation. He had to suppress severe performance anxiety and maintain his composure in a room where everything was on the line. He had to bridge native Colombian dance traditions with a new American audience, navigating the discomfort of being an outsider while translating his culture. Resilience is maintaining confidence when the environment explicitly tells you that your ideas don't belong. One afternoon, Beto realized he had forgotten his traditional aerobics music. To save the class, he grabbed his personal mix of salsa and merengue tapes and improvised the entire session. Pacing increases. This happy accident pushed him into the second circle of growth, social emotional learning. He had to read the room and connect with his students instantly. He replaced punishment-based exercise with joy-based movement, realizing his students wanted to feel happy, not just worked out. This shift created a space where people of all backgrounds felt seen and included. Because he still struggled with English, he developed a teaching style based on physical cues. This nonverbal communication allowed his classes to transcend linguistic barriers and build a deeper rapport with his participants. A mistake only becomes an innovation when you possess the empathy to pivot toward what makes people feel successful. Beto understood his own limitations in business and language. He had the humility to recognize that he couldn't build a global company alone. He partnered with Alberto Perlman and Alberto Aguian, creating the business infrastructure needed to support his creative energy. Together, they launched the Zumba Instructors Network. This moved the brand away from a single class toward a global community where instructors support each other's growth. Relational intelligence requires the self-awareness to admit your weaknesses and the social grace to empower a team to fill those gaps. Scaling a movement requires moving into the final circle, leadership. This means shifting from being the star of the show to empowering others to lead. He applied the lessons from his first improvised class to pioneer a judge-free zone. This culture empowered students to focus on their own progress rather than external perfection. By certifying others to teach, he scaled his influence. He trusted his instructors to carry the mission forward, turning them into independent entrepreneurs. He turned his outsider status into a brand asset, using his unique background as a competitive advantage while his global network grew. Leadership isn't about hoarding authority. It's about decentralizing power so your community can build the brand for you. Beto focused on how participants felt after a class, energized and successful, rather than the technical metrics of a workout. To apply this to your life, embrace your unexpected pivots, prioritize how you make others feel, and build a team that shares your hustle. No one succeeds alone. The triumphs, mistakes, and resilience of others are the ultimate classroom. Today, let their journeys educate your choices, their focus motivate your discipline, and their strategic soul inspire your purpose. This has been Wisdom for Your Day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and apply this wisdom to empower the next generation. For more, visit us on YouTube by the same name.